Hello there and welcome back to the channel. So here in my low-level Boom Beach account, this is an HQ17 account with a gunboat at level 18 and a radar at level 17. And no, sadly, I cannot bring you a Mega Crab sneak peek like Beardaholic, Chicken, Cosmic Duo, Bull Cable have done. I don't have the access to that, but I can do the very next best thing. I can give you a preview of what the Imitation game is going to be all about for Friday. What is it? Friday, May 26th. The Mega Crab is a couple of hours away, and sadly, I just realized that the Mega Crab is not going to arrive at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to actually arrive at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is the same time as the trader arrives. So I'm gonna have to make changes to my schedule in terms of the stream that I had planned. I will most likely make it tonight, so don't despair on that front. I'll be doing a stream with that on this account. But in any case, let's go ahead and give it a try. As you can see, I'm upgrading a boat, one landing craft now to level 17, which is gonna give me a 21 spot capacity. And that one is 4 hours away. So I am going to be playing with only 6 boats. You don't want to lose those Riflemen early on. I will most likely use them on the very last attack so that I can defeat stage number 6. And at that point, then it's okay. I do have a couple. I have my daily reward here. And I'm not going to open it yet. And I also have my operation reward. So I'm going to hold on that for a little bit. What I am going to do is I'm going to boost again my resource reward on my masterpiece. My guardian on my masterpiece of resource reward, because I want to make at least I want to make at least 3 million pieces of wood so I can upgrade Everspark to level 5. That's going to give me access then to critters level 3 if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Hero level 7 required. No, I'm not going to be able to upgrade that, but at least get her a little bit higher up so that she can sustain a little bit more fire. That being said, let's go ahead and let's take on Imitation game stage number 1. All right, so pretty easy stage 1. We can there are 2 avenues that you can take. You can take the front and attack from the front, or you can take the diagonal. Whichever direction that you take, I would suggest going on the left and around, because you have more buildings that you can get GBE and destroy stuff. That way you don't have to take a lot of casualties, right? So I need to make sure. Okay, so I need to land everything up to the zookas. That way I don't lose those 19 riflemen that I have on the other boat. So with here, you counter what counters your troops. If you have heavies, then counter the cannons. If you have riflemen like I do, counter the one shot, the splash damage. That would be the mortars and all that other stuff. The machine gun, I'm not gonna be too afraid of that, mainly because I know for a fact that my medics are gonna be able to out heal the damage of the machine guns. So I'm gonna clear a little bit here. You see, here losing some. The critters decided to go the other way around. That's critter AI. Who knows how they think. So I think I lost 2 riflemen on that attack, but it's okay. And boom, stage number 1 goes down really easily. All right, so let's go ahead and reload. All right, so let's take a look at stage number 2 now. I don't expect it to be too hard, and it isn't. It seems that you have a faster approach to the HQ if you go to the left. If you go to the right, you have more access to resources. You have a machine gun in the front. I'm not afraid of that machine gun. I can take down on it. And then it's just a matter of destroying this. In reality, I think for most sense and purposes, I think you want to go right. So I'm going to land my Everspark first. I think she outranges the machine gun, and that's gonna allow my guys a little bit of more leeway. Yeah, so Everspark outranges the machine gun. But now my riflemen are coming in. My medics are right behind the riflemen, so that should be a no-brainer right now. I'm gonna fly right here because I don't want them stepping on those mines. And I'm going to shock that machine gun. That machine gun at that close range, it's gonna spell disaster for my riflemen. So I want to keep them alive for as long as I can. Very good. So now in the spot that I'm at, I have the cover of the critters, so I should be okay for a little bit. Yep. And now I can just farm as much as I can. You can use that GBE that you just farm to either GBE some of the stuff that can counter your troops, or just use it for general mayhem and destruction, either shock or smoke, whatever you call, whatever you think is best. For me, I'm gonna drop some critters, let those critters go in front of my troops. Let those critters then take the damage and save my rifleman from dying, and that way I can save a little bit of reload time. Again, with rifleman, it's not that big of a deal because rifleman will load so fast. It's just a minute. So usually with a stage like this, you end up losing a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minute stops, depending on your level, for reload. And we got 386,000 pieces of gold. So we are on our way, way on our way to get our hero upgraded to level 6. Perfect. So let's take a look now at stage number 3. I didn't see if we lost any troops. My guess is that we didn't. So you can see like all the stuff on the back. It's open. If you have critters, you just need to destroy that and just land your critters behind that. And that's the critter that you can throw with the GBE, not the critter with the hero. You could also smoke your troops to the back. If you have access to the smoke, that's one alternative that you can do. For me, I don't have access to the critters, so I'm just gonna go ahead and engage this base right from the front, and just get it over with. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ignore the rocket launcher. The rocket launcher has no effect on my troops as of right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna land a barrage right here in the front. That's gonna take care of most of those mines. I'm gonna land a barrage here where this mortar is, and another one right in the middle of the machine guns. That should destroy, as you saw, some of the structures, but now I can just do a 1-1 and get rid of that. So just like that, I clear most of that side. Now I have to be careful. The reason why I say I have to be careful is because that cannon right there is going to have range on my troops. So I have to be extremely careful on how I do this. Oh, and yeah, you see, he started looking at my troops, and that is not good. Flamethrowers are a kind of a special beast, especially when they're firing at you. You want to make sure that either your medics are right on top of your guys, because if they're not, then they're gonna get hit. Your riflemen are gonna get destroyed by the flames. It takes about a second to a second and a half for medics to actually respond to the location where there are units at low health. And the other important point is that the medics will only respond to wherever is the largest cluster. Like if there are multiple units at low health, it's whatever is the largest cluster. That's where they're gonna respond. They don't usually respond first to whoever's lowest. And you saw it back there. There was some riflemen that was half health, and they were already responding to the units that got hit first. And they're not gonna switch around and go back to him until the other troops are completely healed. And that's something that you can use to our advantage. For example, on Hammerman fleet, that's one way you can have then the medics cross the field when you're using the circle-based layout. And that's going to allow you the time to either destroy them if you place a few cannons or boom cannons in the way. So just like that, guys, we are on stage number 4. We have managed to one-shot kill every single stage so far. And this guy is definitely a turtle. Look at all those green statues, boosted green statues. I like I said, I strongly recommend you don't use green statues. It's just not worth it, guys. Like the amount of resources that you would make, and number one, and then the boost that you're wasting. You could have done that the same thing with your troops. Look, this guy is level 6, has level 12 landing craft, and look at his HQ. He's 17. He has the same HQ level as I do, and he hasn't dedicated a single amount of time for his landing craft. And that tells you he doesn't attack a lot, and he struggles a lot in attacking. So let's see. This laser and that shock launcher definitely have to go. Let's figure out how we're gonna do this. Give me a moment. All right, so I can do about 30,000 HP points of health of damage. That guy has 20,000. For me, it's a lot better to get rid of that laser right away and just eat the rocket launcher fire and attack this base from this corner than it is than going straight through the core, because then all those defenses are going to be attacking me, right? So my plan is going to be to send 2 artillery, 2 barrages, see how much health decreases, and it should not be a problem. So 1 and 2, perfect. So now we have 30 GBE, and we can make ourselves to the back. That's not going to be a problem. I'm going to land, let me see. Is there something that can kill my girl? No. So I'm going to land Everspark first. Hopefully she's gonna release some critters and get some of those mines out of the way. Here we go. No. Everspark, I need those critters this way. Now, why did those riflemen go that way? Silly goosers. Okay, I'm gonna release some critters now. And I'm gonna shock right here. And from here, it's gonna be easy peasy. You can just clear. I lost a few riflemen there on that movement because they decided to walk out of the range. But at least I want to destroy the first. Rocket launcher. Once I can get rid of that first rocket launcher, like I did, I can just fly to the corner. We have enough critters now that I don't need to worry a lot about the smoke or smoking my medics. That's what I meant to say. And yeah, I mean, that shock launcher is going to be problematic, but hopefully once I get to a position, the critters are going to go forward, and I should be in a very okay position. I mean, I will still have a lot of casualties, I believe, but nothing really that horrible. We have a shock, so I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of it. But this HQ is going to fall down sooner rather than later. Just a couple more seconds and blam. How many troops did we end up losing? We lost a significant number of troops. Remember, we're working with one less boat. And the reason for that, I already explained it. I have that boat operating right now, and I want to use it at least on the last stage. So that I can do my very best to destroy stage number 6. But we got a crystal, guys. 1 crystal and 3 fragments. And I think we already have enough resources, I believe. And if not, we're going to be really, really close. Nope. So we need about 600,000 more pieces of gold. And we're going to be able to then upgrade our hero like I wanted to do. So let's take a look at stage number 5. This is stage that you normally want to use 2 attacks, but this guy doesn't have any ice. This guy doesn't have any ice at all, and he only has 1 proto and a grappler. So it's not looking bad. I can actually let me think about this for a second. How I want to do this, because all these defenses are clustered up in the front. All his defenses are clustered up in the front. So, to me, what seems more sensible is to go from the back. So, maybe how much damage? So, for sure, we can out heal the damage of these 2 rocket launchers. They're 2 mortars, but they're not gonna have a lot of range. So what I think I'm gonna end up doing is, just for the sake of saving. Do I want to save my medics? For the sake of saving my medics, I'm gonna barrage this thing out of the way, and I think that's gonna give me just enough GBE to then smoke my rifleman to the top with the help of Everspark, and I should be in a very strong position. I think. So let me finish loading my troops, and I'll be back. Give me a few minutes. This is gonna be a second of your time. All right, as you can see, troops are loaded, and I was while I waited for my troops to load, I look again at the map, and I decided it's actually all these defenses right here. This, and that. They are within 1 shock. I can shock all of those with 1 single shock, I think, and if not, at least 2 of them. And I can use that instead of using all the GBE, destroying that and smoking all the way to the back. I can use it to just clear all this stuff. My artillery, if I'm not mistaken, does 7,000 damage. We're gonna check right now. Let's double check that fact. Where is the armory? Here. So yeah, my barrage does 7,300. Let's round it out to 7,400, and my artillery does 37. Right. So it makes a lot more sense for me to just clear the front and just attack with my troops and just keep those 3 defenses shocked than actually smoking around and going lollygaggling around, right? So I can, with 2 artilleries, I can destroy, actually with the one barrage, because I can clear the mines too. So 1 barrage and maybe 1 artillery, I can clear all this stuff. Another barrage, I can clear the stuff on the top, and then I can just shock. And just keep shocking that until I can be in position. So that is what I'm planning to do, and that is what I'm going to do. So let's go for it. Like I said, 1 barrage. Hopefully I'll be able to clear some of those mines. No, I was not able, but it's okay. Should be able now to clear this. And that. And I just drop another barrage. Which, where? Let's drop another barrage right here. And that's perfect. So let's take a hit here. Hopefully we'll destroy that. And another one hit. Perfect. So you see, right now I clear most of the stuff right now. And I can just go ahead and land my guys. I'm gonna land my guys. Have to make sure that Everspark doesn't get killed, like it has happened in the past. Again, like I mentioned a bunch of times in the past, it's really important when you have a grappler active that you let your riflemen get hit, because otherwise they're gonna get if you don't let them get hit, the medics are gonna go follow whoever they grab last, and that is not gonna be good at all, guys. So right now we are in a very, very strong position. It's just a matter of destroying that grappler, destroying that shock launcher, and if you want, we can then. Oh no, that was silly, Robert. All right, I don't have any more energy right now, so I need to target this. All right, so I ended up losing a medic either way, so that is totally unfortunate. But I think I was too quick on exiting the grappler, and that's what ended up costing me that extra medic. But right now, it was just 1 medic out of the 4. Actually, no, I lost 2 medics. And a bunch of riflemen, but I think it's definitely worth it because now we took stage number 5 in 1 simple attack, and now it's just a matter of finishing stage number 6, which if my math is correct, I'm going to have a total of 3 attacks to get it done. Which essentially, nothing but guarantees the fact that we're going to be able to defeat stage number 6. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that reload button, and let's go take a look at what stage number 6 has in store for us. And yep, we have 3 attacks for that. See what we can do. See how we're going to do it. All right, so he has a shock blaster with a significant amount of health. He has a shock launcher, and he has 2 shock launchers. My apologies. He has 2 shock launchers. He has 2 shock launchers and rocket launcher and a significant amount of ice. So I have to be really careful on how I engage this. But looking at this, most of his splash damage defenses will not have range on my mass number of troops. So I can spend 1 attack using Everspark to clear this at least 2 of the defenses out, and then maybe use some of the GBE to the remaining to actually destroy the other stuff. Have to think long and hard to see how I'm gonna do this, because I know for a fact I can do from this position only with 1 smoke, or maybe 2 smokes actually. So 1 smoke here and 1 smoke here. I can target this guy, and with a 3rd smoke I can target this. So if I tag the shock launcher with an artillery piece, I can then flare to the rocket launcher and then do and then attack the shock launcher from there. But I think it's gonna be a little bit smarter if I do it this way. If I go somewhere in the midpoint where I know I'm gonna have range to both the rocket launcher and the shock launcher. So I'm thinking the Everspark has a range. The way I do it, it's 3 buildings. So 3 buildings stacked next to each other. She's gonna have range. So right now, here is a 3 space. In between these 2 things is a 3 space. This is another one, and this is a 2 space. So if I can park Everspark somewhere in the white spot between these 2 buildings, I'll be able to hit this guy and that guy if I damage stack them. And then what I can do is target this thing with the last universal remote, and hopefully try to take him out on the same attack. If I cannot, it's okay. I know it's a little bit of a long call, but I want to try doing that. So let's go ahead and change Everspark now to, instead of having Critter Swarm, let's have her have universal remote. There we go. Let's go back into the, oh my god. Let's go back to the map. Where are you? Right here. All right. So I just need to damage tag. Let's see. I need to damage tag these 2 guys. Remember, I have a starting GBE of 66, and to do, if I'm not mistaken, doing 3 universal remotes takes 41 total GBE. Let me see. I want to make sure of that. Universal remote. I'm going on the Wikipedia because it tells you a nice summary of the cumulative cost. So no, actually, it takes 45 total GBE to do 3 universal remotes. So if I start with 66, I take away the 45, I'm going to end up with 21 GBE to do all the maneuvering that I need to do. Now, that is not going to be enough, unfortunately, to do 2 artilleries, 2 flares, and then 4 or 5 smokes, which is what I'm going to need. That's definitely not going to be enough, but I'm going to try. 4 smokes. With 4 smokes, if I end up killing 2 buildings, I'm going to have just enough to get it done. Just enough. So we're definitely going to try for that. So I'm going to need 4 smokes. I need to be really thrifty with the way I use my smokes. And make sure that there's no boom mines right here. There aren't. So let's review. I'm going to land my girl. I'm going to do 1 smoke. I'm going to do 1 smoke right here on the range of the shock launcher. 1 smoke, 2 smoke, and 3 smoke. That's not going to be enough. So actually, let's just do 2. Let's do it right here. I think if I do it in between here and here, I'm pretty sure I'm still going to be in range. And that's going to be 2 smokes, and that's going to leave me 2 extra to go here and then attack this other one. So hopefully it's going to work. Hopefully, let's give it a try. So like I said, I'm going to damage tag this and that. That's going to give Everspark priority on targeting those guys. Let's go right here. Let's land Everspark. And like I said, I'm just going to use 2 smokes. I'm going to be really thrifty about it. 1 and 2. Perfect. Great. So now she target that. Now I can go ahead and get ready for that second smoke. Okay, I was a little bit late there. I lost a lot of health, which is not good at all. It's not good at all. No, 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 don't die. Ah, perfect. All right. And now I can go here and just hope that she doesn't die, guys. Come on, you can do it. No, she wasn't able to do it, guys. So if I had an extra smoke, it would have been awesome. If I hadn't lost all that health, it would have been even better, but it didn't end up working. But we took away 2 key buildings. Now the question is it worth it for us to open up a little bit of the map or just save our troops? At this point, I'm going to say it's not going to make a big of a difference because we have that shock launch, that shock blaster in the front, and that thing is just going to wreck our life. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to go ahead and just retreat. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to take down this last stage in one single attack. I could take another attack and do sort of the similar thing. I don't think I'll be able to defeat stage number 7 in one single attack. It's pretty much guaranteed that that's not going to happen. So I think for me, the smartest thing to do would just be to do exactly what I was mentioning. Just do another attack, clear these 2 rocket launchers, and then save all that final energy for my third attack. It just doesn't make sense to lose troops at this point because I know I cannot take stage number 7 in a single attack. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go and do another Everspark attack. I have an extra attack. So the way this is going to work, I'm going to damage tag right here. And then I'm going to land Everspark. Activate the remote, but then flare her here. You see? That way she is actually going to be using... And if I have to be smart about this because I think if I do it right, she's going to do the hacking right now. Yep, perfect. So now I'm within range, and she's going to hack that rocket launcher, which is it was going to be a little bit pesky. And then we can hack again that shock launcher. Great, and now we have 24 GBE, which means we can do 2 barrages on any target that we choose. And I think for me, it's gonna be this mortar right here. That mortar, it's gonna be really, really pesky because I cannot shock it together with the shock blaster, and that way I can just destroy this. Oh no! I thought I could do 2 barrages. Okay. Great, so now I have 12 GBE, and actually it's not a bad idea. Now I think I can land my Rifleman without expecting too much of resistance because there isn't anything really that can damage me. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and dump the GBE here, destroy that, damage that shock blaster, and then call it good. Now this is going to be my last attack, and I can go in pretty confident that I'll be able to destroy this. Obviously, I'm taking more than one attack. At my level, I wouldn't have been able to destroy this base, especially with the amount of damage boosts that the base have. And we still have about 5 minutes more to reload. So just give me those 5 minutes. I'll be back in a second of your time. All right, so troops are loaded. This time I'm gonna land all my troops in. I have nothing else to worry about. I already have the goal to start that upgrade. I'm going to start it after this, just in case. You never know if you're going to run out of gold. But the plan is the same thing. We're going to land on this corner, keep shocking this shock blaster, try to make it there as quickly as we can. We're going to have enough. We're going to have enough time to do this. Now, do I want to keep the remote, universal remote? Yes, no. No, I don't want to keep the universal remote. I'm going to switch back again to critter swarm. Let's go ahead and do that right now. And we are ready to do that final attack on stage number 6. And then I have to remind myself to give you a preview of what stage number 7 looks like, even though I cannot attack it for you guys because I'm not going to have any attacks. So here we go. So let's do 1, 2, everybody else. go ahead and shock right now. That way we can just keep that shock blaster at bay. There we go, one more. And then we're just gonna park right in front, drop something. We have an extra shock, just in case. Perfect. Awesome. So now we just flare back, cover our medics, because medics are gonna be the lifeblood of this attack. Drop some critters to distract the boom cannon. And just when that flamethrower starts firing, that's when we're gonna shock them. And that's it, guys. We're gonna get this sooner rather than later. We can we can heal a little bit our rifleman, but in reality, that's not gonna matter because we're gonna get this either way. We lost most of our riflemen, but that is a perfect and acceptable excuse, especially if we want to defeat stage number 6. So I think this is going to give us quite a bit of a bump in resources. And yes, it did. 828,000 pieces of gold, almost 500,000 of wood and stone, and about 350,000 of iron. The power stones were not very good this time around. We just got one crystal back there, and that was about it. So let's take a look, a preview of what stage number 7 has. I'm not going to be able to attack it. And like I predicted, this is going to be a very hard stage to do in a single attack, at least for my level. So what we have right now is max level shock launcher, max level rocket launchers, max level shock launchers with a little bit of ice. It doesn't have a lot. It seems to only have 2 stashes of ice. Actually 3. He has actually 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. He has a boosted damage, so which is not going to be good for us. And then he has that health, and health. So he has 3 stashes of health. You can see the damage there, or the health boost there. And that is it, guys. I hope the video today was helpful. I'm going to make the changes to the stream. It's going to be at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as you saw. The crab, right now, the current time in my location is 2:24 p.m. And the crab is going to be appearing in 11 hours, 35 minutes. So at 3, so it's going to be 3 o'clock plus 11 hours. So that is, no matter how you put it, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. So, however, I did promise I was going to make it. So I'm still going to make it. I'll go to bed a little bit earlier tonight and then wake up and do this for you guys. So hope to see you there. Hope you show some support. And if you can just say hi in the chat and then just go back to sleep, that would be awesome. In any case, guys, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for giving support to the channel. And I'll catch you later. Salt is checking out.